إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل وأذكركم ونفسي بقول الله تبارك وتعالى ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس ليذيقهم بعض الذي عملوا ولعلهم يرجعون. Dear Muslims, all praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With His divine support, He made us among those who are still on the process of learning. He made us among those who are saying every day, رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا. Oh our Lord, don't deviate our heart away from the truth after you have guided us. It is a sort of prayer asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to stay a true Muslim until you die. وَلَا تَمُوتُنَّ إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ مُسْلِمُونَ. We are living in a time when we need to make a lot of prayers, dua. We are living in the time of the fitna. The whole globe in a fitna. And when fitna comes, we need to know what to do. And the first thing to do, to start with, is the dua. To pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to save us from us and to save us from what is happening. Aisha radiallahu anha said that whenever the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam used to pray during the night, part of the dua he used to say, Allahumma rabba Jibreel wa Mikaeel wa Israfeel, Fatir as-samawati wal ard, Alim al-ghayb wa shahada, أنت تحكم بين عبادك فيما كانوا فيه يختلفون اهدني لما اختلف فيه من الحق بإذنك إنك تهدي من تشاء إلى صراط مستقيم. He used to say this dua, Oh Allah, the Lord of Jibreel, the Lord of Mikaeel and Israfeel, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who knows the unseen and what is seen, the one who knows the unknown and what is known. You are the one to judge between your servants in their differences and what they are doing to each other. Guide me with your power to the truth, because you are the one to guide whoever you wish to the truth. It is a time of the dua, to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep our heart stable. And that prayer will remind us, how come you are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for goodness, but you are not preparing yourself for it? What you are doing is not good. What you are saying is not good. Where you are going is not good. So how can you ask for hasana in dunya and akhirah? But this is one of the most important things we need to do. In the time of fitna, when we see the meaning of the hadith of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, when he said, and this hadith narrated by Tawban, one of the Sahaba, he said, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم توشك أن تداعى عليكم الأمم كما تداعى الأكلة إلى قصعتها فقال قائل أمن قلة نحن يومئذ يا رسول الله قال بل أنتم كثير ولكنكم غثاء كغثاء السيل ولينزعن الله من صدور عدوكم المهابة منكم وليقذفن في قلوبكم الوهن قيل وما الوهن يا رسول الله قال حب الدنيا وكراهية الموت. We make this hadith inshallah the lesson we want to learn today. We make this hadith inshallah the tool that we will use to wake up about what has been said very long time ago. Tawban, may Allah be pleased with him, he said that the Prophet ﷺ said, a time will come when the nations will attack you the way the predator animal attacks their prey. Like when you see many lions attacking a zebra in the jungle, and every lion will take their share and how much they want. This will happen to the Muslim nation. And when he said that, it was very scary to the Sahaba. How come? Is it because we are few at that time? And he said to them, it is nothing to do with how many you are, but the quality. Your quality of that time. And he said to them, you will be so many, there will be so many of you, but you will be like the bird over the water, running in the rivers when the water is running, and the foam on top. The useless things will be on top. And people will be that cheap. The Muslim will be like that. And not only that, you will not be only weak. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take the fear and the respect from the heart of those who don't like you. They will not respect you anymore, and they will have no fear of you at all. They will do whatever they want to do to you. Plus, with that fitna, he also will. What will be in your heart? The love of this dunya and the hatred of the akhirah. All your activity will be concentrated how to be great in this dunya. And he expressed that with loving to live and hating to die. If I abandon Islam and live, I go for that. If I follow Islam and die, I will not follow Islam then. This is what will happen. The love of dunya will go into the heart, and the love of the akhirah will be part of that. And this is when someone can defeat somebody else. When you love to live, they will try to take the life from you. And then you will say, okay, then I will do whatever you want. And that is a situation that will be explained. You are not working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anymore. And the promise from him, he said, وَلَيَنْصُرَنَّ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَنْصُرُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support and help only those who support his deen and work for him. He didn't say he will support the Muslims. Only those who support the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَلَيَنْصُرَنَّ اللَّهُ مَنْ يَنْصُرُ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَقَوِيٌّ عَزِيزٌ. And when we work for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by all means, even if you take cost of our life, then the Izzah will come and the power will come. So this is a hadith that will make us think again. What type of weakness in us today? And how come those people who don't like Islam or Muslims, they have no fear anymore from Islam? And when you try to tell them, look what is happening to the Muslims in Palestine, they will say, no, don't look at that. Look at what is happening in the Middle East among the Muslims themselves. While they know that the source of the problem of the world today, as you can see, it started from there. Wrong has been done to a nation. And when wrong is done, and the other nations are quiet, it will spread. If the Palestinian issue were resolved and solved, we will not see this chaos in our world today. But something wrong has happened, and everybody is quiet about it, and they left the Palestinians alone. The Muslims left them alone, and the non-Muslims betrayed them. And this is dhulm. And when dhulm comes, and the other comes, it will not only go to the people who did it, but also those who kept quiet about it. That made the fitna of our world grow nowadays. But at the same time, we need to deal with this weakness, and to start with ourselves. I am the one who says that I'm a Muslim, but look at my life. Every single day I give 99% of my time and my wealth for dunya and for myself, and leave the day or leave the akhirah maybe 0.5% or 1%. I am the one who is leading a group of people, and when they do something wrong, I close my eyes. And when they do something right, I criticize them. This is happening among the Muslims. So the witness coming from where? I am the one who will be proud to say, don't fight for Islam. Don't protect Islam. Be civilized. Study and become a doctor or engineer and so on. Don't be crazy and fight for Islam. And we forgot those people who tell you not to fight for Islam, they are fighting for non-Islam. They are fighting for their country. If you fight for your country, they call you a terrorist. But they do it for their own selves. In the end of the day, people can say whatever they want, but you, what will you do? We have a mission, a divine mission from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is to protect all mankind, regardless who they are. If someone does wrong, we tell them that is wrong. Even if they are our neighbors, our relatives, our beloved one, we say no, that is wrong. And if they do what is right, we support them, even if they are our enemies, because what they did is right. It is a time to make dua, especially during the night. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to move this dark cloud away from our horizon. But it will never really move until we move the darkness of the shade from our life. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. The beautiful dream we have, waiting for someone to come and save us, he will never come until we save ourselves. And be ready to welcome that person. The world today are debating about what is happening. In the West, as we can see, whenever they see someone coming up as a powerful nation, what they will do, they will go back to say, they are terrorists, we have to end them. And this word became like a joke. And when the politicians are saying it, you want to laugh, but you cannot laugh, because they mean it and they don't even know what it means anymore. Who is a terrorist and who is someone who is defending themselves, no meaning for these words anymore. But as a believer, we know there are two things in this life, Islam and Jahiliyyah. Anything in the welfare of mankind, Muslims and non-Muslims, it is Islamic. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to the Prophet alayhi salatu wa salam, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We made you, we sent you out into this world. And we made you go through the suffering that you went through for mercy to touch the universe, mankind and non-mankind. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wa salam told us, دخلت امرأة النار في هرة ربطتها فلم تطعمها ولم تدعها تأكل من حشاش الأرض حتى ماتت. A woman went to Jahannam because of a cat. She locked the cat, no food, no water until it's dying. And a human being going to Jahannam because of a cat. What mankind are doing to each other today? And the same result will be, but when the time comes, in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are living in the time of the fitna. We have to be very careful in what we say. It is a time when we have to wake up and say what is right with the rest of mankind who are saying it. We have Jews, Christians, Buddhists and Hindus who are saying no to evil. And we have Muslims who are saying yes to evil. It is happening. Why? Because we love the dunya. If I say the truth, I may lose my job, or they may take my passport or something like that. And we forgot the only thing every human being knows today is the truth. And if we Muslims don't say it, the non-Muslims are saying it everywhere. In Australia, in America, in Palestine, and all over the world. They're saying the truth and they're condemning the evil and the activity of the Zionists. And we all know everybody nowadays is a journalist because nothing is taken. But we will never go far from what the Prophet ﷺ told us to do or to say where the fitna comes. But at least we tell the truth to everyone who dare to listen to it. The time to hide is over. No one is hiding out there except some of the Muslims. And one more thing we need to remember when the fitna happens is to remember this is the qadar. Part of the pillars of the Iman. Al-Imanu bil-qadar khayrihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala. What is happening? It doesn't happen just like that. It is a qadar from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to test mankind. It is a qadar from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make shuhada, martyrs for what is happening. And we can see every single day, shuhada are flying from earth to the heaven. Mostly in Palestine, in Iraq, in Syria, in Afghanistan, and so many other places where wrong has been done to many innocent people. So this is a qadar to test where do we stand and what will we say. We should never forget that. إِنَّا كُلَّ شَيْءٍ خَلَقْنَاهُ بِقَدَرٍ. Everything has been created and made with the qadar and destiny from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَكَانَ أَمْرُ اللَّهِ قَدَرًا مَقْدُورًا. It is things that need to happen. Easy. The next step, the qadar happens for a wisdom. Why it is happening? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. But why it is happening, it is for something good. The ayah I recited in the beginning, ظَهَرَ الْفَسَادُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. There is corruption everywhere. Everywhere. Why? بِمَا كَسَبَتْ أَيْدِي النَّاسِ. People are causing that to happen. Muslims and non-Muslims. لِيُذِيقَهُمْ بَعْضَ الَّذِي عَمِلُوا. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to let mankind face the consequences of the evil they are doing in their life, وَلَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. So that they may go back to the truth and they may go back and do what is right. All of these problems will make many people come back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of these problems made many Muslims who didn't know Islam and they came to know the truth through this fitna, and they're coming into Islam. Why some Muslims are leaving Islam? All of this is qadar. The people of hypocrisy and those whose faith can be shaken, they will leave Islam and they give it up. For other people to come and play their role. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مَنْ يَرْتَدَّ مِنْكُمْ عَنْ دِينِهِ فَسَوْفَ يَأْتِي اللَّهُ بِقَوْمٍ. Any one of you who reject the deen Allah has given you or play games with, Allah will take you away and give it to somebody else. And what is better than Islam? Everything in our life, we can give it and take it. But with Islam, it is a rope came down from the heaven and we need to hold it and go up. So when the fitna comes, we need to know what to do, what to say, and be very careful. And remember to say dua, and remember it is qadar from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those people who die, they die when things are clear, and for those people who fight, to know why they are fighting. How many soldiers around the world told their government they will never participate in such a crime? And one of the famous saying of one of the Israeli soldiers, what she said, it is a she. Before I was trained to be an Israeli soldier, I was raised up to be a good human being. And I cannot forget my morals and values. I cannot accept the way the Palestinians were treated Who said this? A military from Israel saying that to the government that is wrong. And many children want to say it, but they are afraid because the society is not willing to listen. But these people are there every time. Muhammad Ali said it in his government. When the Americans want to send him to fight in Vietnam, he said no. They are innocent, and as the honest and loyal soldier to my country, I will not start fighting innocent people. The Muslims need to say this out because mankind are coming up. They're realizing now. And around the world today we can see many people are learning and coming to know the truth. Because the battle can be there, but for how long? And anyone who fights side by side with the battle, they are dead already and they have been defeated. Because no one can fight Allah and last. And one way to fight the battle is to tell the battle, you are wrong. And saying this may cost you your job or even your life. And even non-Muslims don't mind. I will tell the truth and become a prisoner in the Israeli prison or American prison. They don't mind. And the Muslims have been sent out to support this type of people who want to know the truth. So if we withdraw because we love the dunya more than the truth, what we are afraid of will come and we will have no way to escape. So the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ when he said, they will attack you from every corner. We can't say it is happening. It happened. But did Islam die? No. Many Muslims were victims. As usual, the Muslims' blood is so cheap. Why they made? When Khalid bin Walid used to give a warning to the Roman Empire saying that one Muslim woman in the prison and she screamed out, "Wa mu'tasima," one Muslim woman in the prison, and she was saved straight away in the time of al-Mu'tasim. How many of them nowadays, how many Muslim women giving birth in prison, and those men outside, they are fighting for dunya still. The love of the dunya and the hate to die. I want to live, I don't want to die. And doing that means to run away from the fitna. Allah fil fitna is saqadu. They truly fall in the fitna. So the time to hide is over. To pretend is over. The world needs Islam. And now the world is scared because they don't know what is happening between Syria and Iraq. And we don't know. But everybody, we want the Savior to come and save the Muslims and the non-Muslims from the injustice happening. Islam is the saving religion for all mankind. And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did to the non-Muslims when Islam was in power. Umar bin Khattab did it and all the Khilafah. But we can see who is leading the world today, making the minority suffer. And what is happening now is they don't know who is coming up. And the world, some in fear and some in hope. Is it Khilafah coming? Nobody knows. And everybody, we need someone who will come and save mankind. A good human being, a good leader. To bring peace to the Muslims and to the non-Muslims. And to stop any evil or corruption on earth. We all need that. Everybody needs that. And our dua, if truly Khilafah is coming, of course many people don't want that. They destroyed the Islamic Khilafah in Turkey. And they swore it will never happen again. And they say it again. We don't want Khilafah back. Maybe because of the bad experience, seeing some so-called Muslims, the way they use Islam to treat mankind, and they think if Khilafah comes back, this is what will happen to mankind. Every non-Muslim will be dead. No, that's not the Islamic Khilafah. The Islamic Khilafah is the one who used to protect the Muslims and the non-Muslims. We used to protect the Christian from the Christians, the Jews from the Jews, the Christian from the Muslims, and so on. Not the one who will break torture to mankind in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So our prayer, if this is the team that the Prophet ﷺ spoke about, they will come and save mankind. May Allah give them victory to save mankind. If this is the team that coming to cause more corruption and bloodshed on earth and evil, may Allah destroy them the way Allah destroys any evil nation or any evil team. But everybody in this way, we need that. We need someone to come and save the world. We want a leader like Abu Bakr and Umar bin Khattab, Umar bin Abdul Aziz, whose mercy touched all mankind and all the animals, who put in their mind that a woman went to Jahannam because of her cat. What about when you cut a human being with heart? And every human being is the building of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Al-insanu bunyanu rabb mal'oonun man yahdimuhu. Hadith Qudsi. Every human being is what Allah built on earth. And if you knock it down, you are cursed. And cursed means far away from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is time of fitna. Hold on to your dua and let us correct ourselves, because before the end of time, a lot of death will happen. And we can see it every single day. We hear more about death and we don't hear more about life anymore. Humans are dying more than animals and whatever we can think of. It means this planet on the agony of death. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and go back to ourselves. In case we die today or tomorrow, we are ready to go back to Allah, please. And make sure that we don't cause harm to any human being, because this is the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He made the Muslims for the non-Muslims. And those non-Muslims who are fighting Islam, they cannot get anywhere because others did in the past. And what happened? They themselves became Muslims. Umar bin Khattab, who hated Islam alone, hated the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was encouraging the people to be against Islam. And he was told, go back and clean your own backyard. Your brother-in-law and your sister are Muslims. And he went back home to fight Islam, and he ended up becoming a Muslim. So no one can fight Islam. We don't worry about that. We need to do our best to raise our voice with the rest of human beings around the world who are not Muslims but they are human. Raise our voice with them to save mankind. Islam came to save mankind, not to destroy mankind. Islam came to bring light to mankind, not darkness. Islam came to make mankind alive, not to kill mankind. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله ثم الحمد لله. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. عباد الله قال تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت وباركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. عباد الله قال تعالى إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Before I close my khutbah, as usual, we do our best with the rest of the good people of the world to raise our voice for Palestine. They have suffered long enough. And there will be some paper and letters on the table. You can just pick it up and send it to whoever you want. Will be a list to the government, to the politicians. Maybe they will raise their voice to talk to the rest of the world, to look what is happening in Palestine. It is a stand of shame on the face of humanity now. No one wants to talk about that. Straight away, they pick up on something, what's happening in Syria and so on, but they close their eyes. What about Palestine? What about Palestine? What about Palestine? And we need to talk to them together with the rest of mankind, inshallah. This is the minimum we can do to raise our voice and say something together. Our voice may be heard, inshallah. So we don't be lazy to send the letters to our government because we believe they have conscience. But if somebody is dead, we cannot talk to them. They are alive and they have heart, and they should prove that. عباد الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. وأقيموا الصلاة.